Just imagine if the driver had to brake suddenly in an emergency.
Where would you end up? On the floor? Or even worse, slammed up against the seat in front?
So use your own brake. That's your seatbelt. Look, it's so easy. Thousands of people get injured each year because they didn't bother to belt up. 20% ended up with a permanent injury.
Permanent means forever.
If you did become permanently injured and had to rely totally on your family, or your mum and dad taking you to the loo, just think of all the things you could miss out on. Playing sports, dancing, going out with your mates. Or worse, you could die.
Someone would have to tell your mum and dad that you're not coming home. They'd be devastated. All because you couldn't be bothered to belt up.
So please belt up. And don't let your mates tease you not to.
It's your face. Look after it and get home in one piece.
The bottom line is, as a facial surgeon, if you value your face, wear a belt. This is a CT scan of the facial skeleton of a patient who was ejected from a car not wearing a seatbelt. It just shows absolute total disruption of all facial structures. This patient was unrecognisable as a human being when I saw her in the accident and emergency department. This girl was 17 years of age, unrestrained passenger in a stolen motor vehicle who had ambitions to be a model. Unfortunately, those ambitions will never be realised. This is a devastating injury and is effectively untreatable. All we can do is attempt to put the facial bones back in the position that they were. That will, in this case, require 12 hours of operating. We also removed multiple small pieces of windscreen glass from the patient's face, approximately 150 pieces in total. This patient will be scarred for life. She has an inability to talk properly. She has no nose, effectively, and is going to require 4 or 5 surgical operations down the line to give her a reasonably passable face. The bottom line is that if this girl was wearing a seatbelt, she wouldn't be in this position. Patients who sustain facial trauma, if you're not wearing a seatbelt, you're approximately 3.5 times more likely to die as a result of one major reason. It's not the scarring, it's the fact that your face is the upper part of your breathing apparatus. And facial swelling as a result of facial trauma can compromise your breathing and can kill you. The worst part of my job as a surgeon is telling relatives that I can't do anything. The outcome of a collision between a face and a dashboard means that the face will lose every time. Unfortunately, it's my job to put those faces back together. Most of the time we succeed, some of the times we don't. My message as a surgeon is that you never get a second chance